Welcome to the Butts the Seats podcast, episode number 143.
Woo! An underwhelming number for an underwhelming episode.
Hey, but, we're back in the States.
So it's better?
Emily, let me hear your best American accent.
Howdy, y'all. Oh, it's not even better.
Just know that Emily's accents are bad across the board.
It's true.
It's not your area.
I'm very bad at voices.
I'm Nick alongside Emily.
Yeehaw!
Emily, how you doing today?
Great.
Yeah?
I feel like every time you ask me that, it's a trick.
I want to know. I never trust your initial answer.
Do you want to know how I'm doing in my personal life or in the podcast world?
Whatever answer you think sounds better for a podcast.
I'm thriving.
Well, I'm glad you're thriving, because today we're here to talk about the November 20th, 2000 WWE Monday Nitro. And, man, this is one of those episodes where I go to select to watch it, and I'm like, oh man, we're running out of 2000 Nitros.
Yep, we sure are.
Yeah, we're getting to 2001 very soon, and then we're very limited on shows in general.
Doesn't that feel weird?
Yeah. I mean, we still have just over a year left of the podcast, because this is the episode before Mayhem. Mm-hmm. Mayhem is going to come out on the podcast anniversary. Mm. And Final Nitro will come out on the podcast anniversary next year.
Right.
So we
have a little bit over 1 year.
We really should have noted when we had 83 weeks left.
Has it passed?
Yeah. But
damn.
We're doing the invasion, so we still can.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can count it. No, it was one of those weird moments where, so for the Patreon plug, we're doing the original NWO run, like the start of the NWO. And with that, we're watching, in our leisure time, some of the Nitros that go with it in 96. So when I started watching this on Peacock, I had to swap from the 96 episodes to the 2000s episodes. And in Peacock speak, I'm on like season 7 out of 8. And I was like, wow, this is low down the list. This is weird.
Well, today's Nitro is in Augusta, Georgia with 3,000 in attendance. I looked. The Civic Center had a 9,000 capacity. Okay.
So it's on the smaller side.
It's still only a third full.
Yeah.
And admittedly, I don't think I noticed it until the main event.
I didn't ever notice it.
Oh, there's one shot in the main event where they get an angle that like shows the hard camera where it is, and I'm like, oh my god.
No, I didn't notice it. I also didn't even think to look, so I guess they're doing a better job being less obvious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping things in darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
Show did a 2.3 to Raw's 5.0, so ratings are a little down from last week, but
it feels like ratings are down for Raw too.
You say that every week. They're at like a 5 every week.
I feel like they're always at like a mid-6.
That hasn't been for weeks since they moved from TNN.
Oh.
Yeah, it has been consistently a 5, and every week you go, no, that's low.
It feels low.
But let's get into, I guess, an extended version of our little preamble here, because we have backstage notes, a weather report, and then a pay-per-view report.
Yeah, I want to hear about Uber House.
Yeah, you got to wait for that, though, because we're going to start with the backstage notes. We're going to go in order.
Okay.
So,
backwards order.
Yeah, actually, we were talking about the Raw rating. You should have focused on the Nitro rating, because the numbers differ slightly. And according to this, Nitro did a 2.27 rating this week, which is the lowest rating in the history of the show in its regular time slot.
Damn.
There's only 2 ECW shows scheduled right now.
Oof.
I think that only mildly changes.
I think, are we reviewing both of them?
Well, this is just shows. This is including like TV, yeah, because we still have 2 pay-per-views left.
Yeah.
Vampiro did an interview with the ICP saying, I'm never going back to WCW, and he doesn't.
I did actually think about Vampiro in this episode because I miss having more people. I'm tired of it just being the Natural Born Killers.
The cast feels small.
I miss there being more characters.
Apparently, all of the Battle Dome stuff is being put together by Eric Bischoff, and only he can make changes.
That really tracks. Because especially in this episode, I know we're going backwards. In this episode, the Battle Dome stuff feels so tacked on, and it makes no sense. Like, Terry Crews is just fighting to fight. And there's a belt. The belt that they have is crazy.
Well, the belt is actually just from their show.
It's huge and very shiny.
I'll give you a tease right now. I currently have Terry Crews temporarily slotted in my MVP because there's nobody else.
Oh, I didn't even consider any of the Battle Dome for any of it. because it was kind of dumb.
Now, despite the fact that Eric Bischoff is booking Battledome stuff, they still expect Russo back.
Do they?
Yep.
Doesn't seem like it in this episode.
Active Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura has been announced to be an XFL announcer.
That XFL, they're doing great these days, aren't they?
Sting has an elbow injury and is going to be out until the last Nitro. More about that later because, they know Sting got attacked on Thunder and it's meant to be written off for a while. Which I guess that brings us naturally into the weather report where there's always thunder.
Tell me about it, because I feel like there's a lot, again, on this Thunder. The Thunders are kind of becoming like lore building of teams that win titles, teams break up, like that kind of stuff.
The teams who win titles, that's not on Thunder.
In the recap, it felt like a lot of stuff was on Thunder.
It was a mixed bag. Reno challenges Crowbar to a hardcore match at Mayhem. Now, Emily, who did Reno challenge?
Crowbar.
Stevie Ray. Crow who?
Crowbar.
Yeah. It's like, you've never heard this man's name until now?
We need to stop shitting on Stevie Ray so much because it is getting repetitive. I was listening to our last episode where we're both just kind of like, Stevie, you've never seen a wrestling show?
We're getting repetitive? What about him?
I know. We have to be the solution, not the problem.
At one point, we go to Ric Flair, who's like, we have a great show for you tonight. We're so excited to be in London. I'm like, brother, wake up.
I'm retired. You're a great wrestler. I'm retired.
Lance Storm has put the Canadian sticker back on the U.S. title.
Hell yeah.
Mike Awesome helps Crowbar retain the hardcore title against Bam Bam Bigelow. The MIA are bummed out and debate breaking up. And part of this to bring him back in is General Erection sees AWOL leaving and goes, hey, Jerry.
Oh, no, he shoot named him?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Wall's name is Jerry.
Honestly, I didn't even bother looking, but I need to look now because it's funnier if this is a reference I'm not aware of.
Oh, no. I really hope his name's not Jerry. That's a terrible name for the Wall.
I know he goes on to wrestle as Malice, who is different from Relic. And Emily, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Relic is killer spelled backwards.
That wasn't even a Johnny the Bull thing. That wasn't even relevant.
If I'm waiting for Johnny the Bull, I'll be waiting forever.
Good. Let that man heal his groin in peace.
It's waiting for Godot, but it's waiting for Relic.
Oh my god.
His name is Jerry Tootie.
Oh, I'm sure middle school is really hard for him.
And I'm going to bum you out by reminding you that he died in 2003.
Dead. Yep, I knew it. 2003?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is sad.
Going back to Thunder, Kiwi wins an elimination six-pack challenge to become the Cruiserweight #1 contender. Both Lieutenant Loco and Corporal Cajun get disqualified from this match because they're both just in the ring beating up Elix Skipper, and the ref goes, no, you're beating up someone who's not legal in the match, therefore you're out.
Huh?
Yeah, so weird enforcement of the rules.
That's a weird rule.
Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed, but the fact that you're enforcing that feels weird.
The fact that you're enforcing that.
Yeah.
That's what feels weird.
Buff Bagwell does a Mike Tenay backstage interview, and he's like, I want to face Jeff Jarrett at Mayhem. It's like, why? Doesn't really make a lot of sense there. Booker T defends his title against Lance Storm in the middle of the show. Post-match, all of Team Canada gets involved, and Booker hits a bookend on Major Guns.
What?
Stevie Ray is elated at commentary, laughing his ass off, and says, that's what you do to a yak.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it?
Okay.
Mike Sanders comes out to defend his Cruiserweight title, but Ric Flair comes out because, if you recall, Sanders had 48 hours to defend his title.
Oh, sure.
Ric Flair goes, never mind that shit.
Here comes Mongo.
Because your opponent missed the weigh-in by over 100 pounds. It's Kevin Nash.
Oh, for Cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what?
And the match ends in interference disqualification.
Classic.
Because why wouldn't it?
Because it's WCW, and that's the only way they know how to end a fucking match.
Goldberg fully squashes Buff Bagwell.
Good.
And becomes 19-0. He does help him up after to be like, oh, I like this guy. But no, you squashed him, dude.
Does he just like him because he played along and actually took the squash?
Because he's a face. That's why.
Oh,
it just
okay.
You're still meant to like Buff, but
Are we?
Buff shit. Yeah, Buff's a face.
Could have fooled me.
And in our main event, Sting defeated Scott Steiner to win a title shot the night after Mayhem.
Wait, Sting won a title shot?
Yes. Sting
Wait.
won the title shot, and then Scott Steiner beats him with a lead pipe, puts him in a straitjacket, and keeps hitting him, writing him off.
I saw those clips, and I was like, holy shit, a straitjacket match.
Yes.
Okay, so
No,
he's
he
injured.
put him in it after. Yeah, so they had it so that Sting basically has a title shot when he comes back.
Gotcha.
But also,
He never comes
it does avoid the weird circumstance of Steiner having a title shot the night after he has a title shot.
Yeah. Okay. They wrote themselves into a corner, and their only way out of it was to get hit by a lead pipe?
No, they were. He had the wrist injury, so clearly he wanted to take time off to get that fixed. Mm-hmm. And this is their way of, hey, we're setting up a story down the road.
Okay.
It's well done in that regard, but...
Okay. There's not much road to go down, though.
They don't know that.
Do they not? Come on, you gotta know a little bit.
But that's it for Thunder, which I don't have a fun sting for this, but it's time to go to Millennium Final. We're going to Germany.
Uberhaus.
Yes, in Uberhaus, Germany.
I don't even know where that is.
I don't know either. Now, I will tell you, the listeners, there are very few reviews of this show. The copy of this I got is in 240p, is giving it almost too much credit.
Oof.
Yeah, I was watching in a very small corner of the screen to actually put together what was happening. Because if I went full screen, I'm like, this is just a blur. I think Brian Zane recently said he wanted to review it. I think Wrestling Bios, who just passed us, go fuck yourself, Wrestling Bios. You're putting out good shit, but fuck you.
Hope you're enjoying this hellscape.
But people talk about wanting to do reviews of this, and I've seen slightly better footage. I don't know where they're getting it from. However, on Wikipedia, it lists this one guy is hey, he gave it this review. I read this review. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, really?
He is clearly popping his head in, doesn't know any of the stories. He also notes at one point, and I'm quoting, Tigress, the manager of the Filthy Animals, and yes, that's really her name, was just disturbing looking. She wasn't hot at all, but they decided she was, I guess.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's the level of...
journalism!
Yeah. There's also a match later where someone comes out in a clearly German Oktoberfest outfit.
Also known as Lederhosen.
Yes. He's in some Swiss outfit. I don't get it. I'm like,
okay,
brother.
Someone's seen Sound of Music.
I will start this by saying this is a largely missable show. I did not watch this and go, well, Emily's got to review this. The commentary is only in German, which obviously
Fun.
I don't understand, but it is hilarious to hear them going on and be like, Big Papa Pump. I'm like, oh.
German's a really fun language to listen to, so I am kind of jealous that you got to listen to it for this long.
But it was just a weird mix of them speaking fully German and then bringing in a big sexy Kevin Nash.
I gotta start learning German again. That's such a fun language.
So the opening match, Chronic defeated the Filthy Animals. Typical big team versus little team, nothing special. They then go into a Royal Rumble. It's the countdown to Armageddon thing they do, because commentary does actually notice that. Oh, also, the ring announcer is Dave Penzer speaking in English.
Okay, so the ring announcer speaking to the people who are in attendance is speaking in English, but the commentary, who will be broadcast worldwide, is in German.
I think it was only to Germany. I don't think it was a national thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why this is a weird house show kind of thing. Ooh, speaking of house shows, I just found out from the Attitude Era podcast that TNA apparently put out on YouTube the house show of Hulk Hogan's real last match, and apparently it's a fucking doozy.
Oh, no.
I want to watch this.
You have a great time with that. I don't think I can watch another old man suffer in the ring. I watched Ric Flair's last match.
So far.
That almost ruined a vacation, okay? We thought the man was going to die.
Emily, that's why we watched it, you know it. Now, all right. I will give you the participants of this Royal Rumble that is way too fucking fast.
Okay.
Brian Clark, Disco, Alex Wright, Mike Awesome, Fit Finley, Mark Jindrak, Billy Kidman, Conan, Kwee-Wee, Ernest Miller, Rey Mysterio, Sean O'Hare, General Erection, Mike Sanders, Eli Skipper, Norman Smiley, Lance Storm, and Brian Adams.
How many people was that?
I believe it's 20?
Okay.
The winner goes on later in the night to face Kevin Nash, and the winner of that match faces Sting, because I forgot the whole lead into the show was in 1993, Sting won the European Cup on this weird tour they did, and now he's defending it.
Okay.
Yep, that's the big, what the fuck?
So this all happened before the stuff that we just talked about.
No, that's the weird thing. This happens in real time after Thunder. So they write him off, and then again, it's a Germany-only pay-per-view. It's not real canon.
That's so confusing.
Yeah, so Germany's going to tune into Nitro and be like, where's Sting?
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's also a weird show in that when it aired, like, hey, up next is Chronic versus the Filthy Animals, and it has clips from the show.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a weird timeline on this.
I think the timeline is getting confused.
No one bothered noting when this was actually filmed and aired.
Right.
For some reason, Charles Robinson is in the ring as referee for this Royal Rumble.
Why is there a ref? There doesn't need to be a ref.
The match starts with Lance Storm and Elix Skipper, who literally just stand around until Rection comes out at 3.
Sure.
I'm like, that makes sense, but like, why did you book it that way? For some reason, not everyone gets an announcer countdown. Only certain people do, of like, hey, we got like 10 seconds left.
That tracks. It's just the important people, right?
Yeah, Chronic come out together, eliminate almost everyone, leading to Chronic versus the Filthy Animals. And yes, that was the last match. So we just get more of that right after.
Cool.
Norman Smiley comes out, and Germany loves them some fucking Norman
Really?
Smiley. Oh yeah, he was over big time.
Good. I feel like we haven't seen Norman in so long. I'm glad he's getting his day.
Alex Wright gets a big pop too, as to be expected.
Well, sure. He's the only German, candidate, basically.
Conan comes out with, I don't know whether it's this style or literally one of his horns, but Conan comes out with a Rey Mysterio horn on his forehead.
Like a unicorn?
Yes.
Oh, Conan.
Don't know why. And the big final entrant of the match is Fit Finlay.
Finlay!
And Alex Wright seems to have the match won, but Mike Awesome was feigning a knee injury and sneaks in the back to eliminate Wright and win.
Oh, Mike Awesome.
This is undercut by the fact that we are constantly showing Mike Awesome sitting at ringside by the cameras.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to be sneaky and a surprise, but they were showing it.
And then post-match, Mike Awesome gets interviewed in German, and you can see him go, what is he saying? And then the interview asks in English, and then the interview translates his answer to the crowd.
Oh, my God.
It's a fucking mess. So Mike Awesome is going to face Kevin Nash later in the show to see who faces Sting.
Okay.
We then get Kwee defeating Elix Skipper. My main notes here are, I learned that Elix Skipper's theme that's supposed to be on the show, because it's all the original themes, is a Up in Here ripoff, where it's prime time here, prime time there. And
Jesus.
That was also really funny for commentary, because the one guy loves the song, and he's going, prime time here, prime time there.
I fucking hate Elix Skipper. The more that he's on screen, I hate him. He's so annoying.
Yeah, it was a decent match, but there's not much purpose going behind this match, so you don't care.
Kwee is still just such a confusing character to me, and Elix Skipper is insufferable, so.
In a match I forgot about, because clearly doesn't take effect on this fucking Nitro.
Oh, goody.
Ernest Miller defeated Mike Sanders in a match for the WCW commissionership.
Oh.
Mike Sanders is still commissioner on this fucking Nitro.
Sure is, and
There
he's
is
not mentioned one little bit.
Sanders cuts a promo in English, calls the crowd smelly bitches, and then draws out an asshole chant doing the, what are you saying to me?
Oh my God.
This was boring, and the stipulation, I'm like, this doesn't mean anything.
All of this said, and this is a spoiler, I bet you can guess my worst bit of the episode that we're about to talk about.
Ooh, I don't know.
I've never felt so much secondhand embarrassment, Nick.
Okay.
I was so uncomfortable. I was embarrassed.
Ric Flair then appears as an advertised mystery superstar.
And can't really be a mystery if you're advertised.
Well, they're like, there's going to be a mystery.
And Ric Flair's also here.
Well, Ric Flair came out and was like, this was the mystery. He basically calls the crowd out for being quiet and shit.
The Germans aren't known for being loud and boisterous. They've kind of been told not to be like that anymore.
He books an Oktoberfest hardcore match, and then he puts Alex Wright in the match with Nash and Awesome, because he kind of got screwed there.
Okay, this match, so there's an Oktoberfest themed match.
Yes.
Is there any beer?
No, but...
Fuck the no.
Norman comes out in the Lederhosen.
Is there a pretzel?
I don't think so.
Is there sauerkraut?
No.
Is there a schnitzel?
Emily, all the answers to questions are going to be no.
Then why is it called an Oktoberfest match? Well, I guess it's October. Okay, fine. But there's no beer? Oktoberfest is beer.
Also, we're in November, babe.
Oh, fuck. It is November. But also, like, doesn't Oktoberfest happen in, like, fucking September?
Yeah.
Germany's
So
stupid.
we're 2 months off then. Yeah. Anyway, Ric Flair also implies whether or not they come back to Germany is dependent on how many women he sleeps with. He also then implies that he and Kevin Nash are going to double team one of the women in the front row.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So there's that.
I don't know if that's a good thing for that woman. I guess if you're down.
General Erection defeats Lance Storm in a U.S. title match by disqualification.
Okay.
So the title does not change hands. Storm insults Germany's catering and his anthem is interrupted.
Okay, first of all, Germany has great food. You're wrong there.
Guns hits Rection with the Canadian title to cause a DQ, and Rection pile drives Major Guns post-match.
Jesus.
I know, I'm like...
Violence toward women.
Fucking pile drives, like, you're gonna break her neck.
Seriously.
Major Guns is on this show. She's fine.
She's fine, but still.
Norman Smiley defeated Fit Finlay in the Bavarian Oktoberfest hardcore match.
What makes it Bavarian?
Because they feel like it. But he also comes out to, like, a German song that I didn't recognize.
Is it 99 sich Luftballons?
No, but that might be the outro for this episode.
99 sich Luftballons.
Yeah, it was clearly something popular at the time that I didn't recognize it, admittedly. I don't claim to be a purveyor of German music.
What?
And this was a pretty standard weapons brawl. There was a rest hold in the middle, which just felt weird for a hardcore match.
Yeah, you don't really get rest. The rest holds in a hardcore match are what you do after you get hit by a chair. You're just like, take a second.
And then Finlay attacks Norman post-match, and I'm like, I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
No.
What the fuck? Then we get the Natural Born Thrillers losing the WCW Tag Team titles to Alex Wright and...
Disco.
Incorrect.
It's... Okay, tell me more.
Yeah, Disco got hurt at some point in the European tour, so like, all right, we're going to have somebody sub in for you.
Oh, wait, I thought when they mentioned that on this Nitro that he got injured in Germany.
No, he's not part of this match.
Oh, Jesus.
For some reason, General Huge Erection is subbing in for Disco. You
Sure.
know, the USA guy with the German guy.
Sure. They're allies now.
Yeah, Disco has like a shoot injured shoulder, like so Rection's a substitute, and he actually holds up the German flag. I'm like, how dare you?
Hugh Rection does?
Yes.
Hugh Rection.
This match is just about Alex Wright. Like,
Well,
you
yeah.
could you could actually hear the crowd quiet down when Rection tags in. Like, they're like, fuck
Like,
this
yeah.
guy.
Oh, fuck him.
It's also match number 2 for Alex Wright.
Good for him. He's getting his work in.
But no, the crowd actually cared about Alex Wright helped this match a lot because it was pretty meh.
Good.
So yeah, the new champions will have to like deal with on this show. Alex Wright and somebody. We're not sure who.
Cool.
Immediately after winning the tag team titles, Alex Wright is in our next match because it's Kevin Nash defeating Alex Wright and Mike Awesome in a European Cup qualifier. Wright doesn't come out with his new belt for his entrance. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? You just won it.
The match starts, Alex Wright and Mike Awesome are wrestling, and Nash literally just stands in the corner for a good bit of the early part of this match. And would you believe it, we get We Want Hall chants over in Germany too.
In Germany, Jesus. I don't even know how to say we want Hall.
Alex Wright lays Mike Awesome on a table at one point, and one side of the table just collapses.
Oh, no.
And Kevin Nash wins by powerbombing Alex Wright onto Mike Awesome and pinning both men.
Sure.
Fuck your hometown hero.
Because even in Germany, Kevin Nash has to be the biggest and the baddest and the sexiest.
So Kevin Nash will face Sting in our main event. We then get Booker T defeating Scott Steiner for the WCW title. Steiner cuts a very angry Steiner promo, and at one point just goes, fuck you. Like, all right.
Fair enough.
And it's exactly the match you'd expect, except for the fact at one point they take out the ref and Medeja steals his shirt and puts on the ref shirt. She's like, I'm the ref now.
Look at me.
And
I am
this
the referee
seems
now.
to mostly stand.
Sure. If you do anything with enough confidence, somebody will believe you.
And in our main event, Sting defeats Kevin Nash for the WCW European Cup with Alex Schultz, spelled the right way, as special guest referee.
That's my name.
Oh, I just had to double check. My instinct was right. He is a boxer. So, yeah, German boxer. Admittedly, it was cool actually hearing Sting's theme because he has Metallica. So it's like, all right, this is, unironically, this is metal. This match is available on YouTube with no commentary.
Oh.
It's a nice win for Sting before he's gone for 4 months. Like there's nothing special on any of these fucking matches.
Yeah, but if it's a good, decent match, that's something.
Yeah. It's Sting and Nash. They're going to go to the corner. Sting comes back, wins.
Yeah.
But that's Millennium Final.
Okay.
I'm glad we did not waste a whole episode of this.
God, no. There wouldn't be much to talk about. It'd be a 30-minute episode, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But
Well, good job, Nick.
Yeah,
I'm glad you talked about it.
we've done a review. I didn't get weirdly creepy about Tigress once.
That's great. You barely even mentioned her.
She didn't do anything.
Hey, we talk about Miss Elizabeth a lot, and she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's fair. But let's get into our main show of Nitro.
Let's go.
So as mentioned at the top, today we're talking about the November 20th, 2000 Monday Nitro, the go-home show for Mayhem.
Are you hyped for Mayhem?
Buddy, do I have a note for you at the end?
Oh, no.
But this show opens with immediate audio issues.
Yeah, so weird to the point where I thought my headphones were messing up.
I thought it was a weird dub thing, and then halfway through this opening package, like the actual like dialogue like pops in because you can hear it ever so slightly, and then it's like, oh no, it just bad levels.
Yeah, no, they just didn't actually test the audio levels and they didn't mix properly. So the music was really loud, but Tony Schiavone was not.
But I also assume it's a pre-made video, so what the fuck?
No, this wasn't a video package, was it? I thought it was Tony overlaying it.
No, the recap, it was just all the audio was from the shows.
I thought it was Tony on commentary, like talking over.
Nope.
Well,
we didn't see a clip of Millennium Final of Alex Wright winning the tag team titles, and we're told that the Boogie Knights won. It's like just ignoring the general erection portion of that.
They don't want to talk about Millennium Final, period. They don't expect that you watched the show.
No. And then we see earlier tonight, Lex Luger pitched a match, and Chuck Colombo comes in to say someone attacked Sean O'Hare.
Sorry, what'd you call him?
Chuck Colombo.
No.
'Cause he did discover something, so he was Colombo.
I hate you. I'm no Colombo.
Here
Chuck
he was.
Colombo.
Yeah, someone attacked Sean O'Hare. This says earlier tonight, and then Mike Sanders comes back to his desk, and it was like, oh, is that on? Is that live? It's like, wait, are we live?
It's like a straight-to-camera promo, like, over the desk, very weird.
But he books a tag title match, like, all right, Alex Wright's going to have a mystery partner, and we're going to do Lex Luger versus Booker T in the main event. So,
cool.
We got 2 matches announced for today.
You know, I always love that when we have no idea what the show's going to be going into it. I think that's great. I think it's really great marketing.
We didn't get the Nitro opening. We get Tony Schiavone, Scott Hudson, and Mark Madden on commentary.
Hey, at least it's not Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
Count our fucking blessings when we have them.
And Emily, I'll let you in on a little bit of good news as well. We are in the final month of Mark Madden.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He does not make it to 2001.
Oh, so does he make it to the Christmas show? Or?
So the Christmas show, there is no Christmas show.
Oh.
And there's no New Year's Day show.
But there's Starrcade.
Yeah, they do Starrcade, they do December 18th, and then they do, I think, like January 8th, and then it's Sin. It's 2 Nitros in between, but it's 3 Thunders. That's the one I've mentioned to you that I'm like, oh, the weather report's going to be like
I think we should
45 minutes long.
Like, both watch those Thunders
Yeah.
when there's nothing going on in between. I think that's needed.
But yeah,
I don't think I've forgotten what Sin is. You anticipated me forgetting. I have not forgotten.
it's more the Nitro after, but we'll get there in time.
Nope.
We go right into our opening match. It's Jamie Noble versus Yang.
Just Yang.
Well, he does have Leia Meow out there with him.
Well, his name is not Jimmy Wang Yang anymore.
It never has been.
Yes, it has.
Not here. In the future of 2007, it is.
We've definitely called him Jimmy. We've called him that here.
Yes, but he's just been Yang for
me?
WCW.
I feel like you've gaslit me.
Well, I think they also like got rid of Kaz Hayashi's last name. I think he's just Kaz now.
That tracks. But hey, Nick, did you know that Jamie San was just a white guy?
What?
I know, that's crazy.
Tony Schiavone acts like outraged about Mark Madden discovering this.
He's pretty fly for a white guy.
Noble hits an early head scissors and a diving swanton press to the floor. Yang counters a Hurricane Rana with a pop-up powerbomb and then a chokeslam looking move. Yang grabs a chair, but the ref immediately takes it away, going, yep, you can't do that.
So, rules.
Noble is sent to the floor, and then Leia Meow hits a diving Hurricane Rana from the ring steps. I'm like...
So, this looked cool. I was a fan of this. But commentary was like, that's not a Hurricane Rana, that's a Frankensteiner. Get it right. Like, that was a Hurricane Rana. Right?
Basically the same move. It's just Scott Steiner wants to call one thing.
But Scott Steiner wasn't on commentary. It would have been better if it was Scott Steiner on commentary saying that. I was just confused because I don't know moves very well.
Yeah. Admittedly, I didn't know she could do that.
No. Looked great.
In the ring, the 2 trade pin attempts and then chops. Jamie hits a Russian leg sweep and then a Brett's rope leg drop. Noble gets stopped going up top and Yang hits like a reverse tombstone where he's like holding Jamie Noble behind him. I don't really have a name for that. I've been meaning to go into the create a moveset in 2K and be like, all right, let me...
Speaking of video games, I wanted to ask you something. So during this match, they're pushing the video game...
Backstage assault.
And Tony Schiavone specifically says it's for the PS1. When did the PS2 come out? Because I thought it was in 2000.
It came out in March of 2000, but hypothetically, this does happen occasionally where in the first couple of months, people have designed their games for the one console. Plus, PS2s can play PS1 games.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they were backwards compatible. I think you had to do something to like have it load it or something, but...
Okay, I just thought this was like a very weird push. Like right before Christmas, they're pushing this game for an old console. And I was like, that doesn't seem like good marketing, but what do I know? So, okay, that makes more sense.
After that reverse tombstone, we hear that Evan Courageous is at ringside, but by the time they cut to him, 3 Count is just stomping his ass out.
Yeah, there wasn't even a reaction to somebody running out. Usually this is given away by the crowd, but like nobody looked, I guess. I don't know.
For some reason, Jamie springboards out of the ring onto 3 Count, and then back in the ring rolls up Yang for the win.
Woo,
I don't know why he got distracted by shit that didn't concern him.
Because chaos.
Yeah.
Because, wow. I have been calling 3 Count 2 Count now because there's only 2 of them.
3 Count attack, Noble, and Courageous makes a save, and we cut away before we see if they're a team or not.
Yeah, this seemed very confusing. So I think that they're trying to make it Noble and Courageous a tag team.
I believe that is the tag match at Mayhem. I think it is the 3 teams facing each other.
So we're giving this 6 days to become a team, and then, oh yeah, we have to root for them at a pay-per-view?
Yeah, we'll see what happens on Thunder.
Brother.
This match was super quick, but like they're speed running this whole angle. Like,
they really are.
Evan Courageous came out, it was like, I'm the star, and we turned on him. It's like...
I barely even remember that. That was just so quick.
I was on Thunder.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, you're right. They really are speed running. Again, 6 days to form a tag team, establish a tag team, and then have that tag team
They've
compete
been
at a pay-per-view.
teasing and like alliance between the two of them.
Alliance is different than team, and this did not establish team well enough.
I think these two were going to form an alliance.
Jesus. Oh my god. Every time you say alliance, I fear for the invasion.
That was meant to be an invasion reference.
I know, but the word alliance, I used to attribute it to Big Brother, and now I attribute it to the fucking invasion. You ruined me.
Let's go backstage. Lex Luger is chatting with Ric Flair. We don't really hear what this is about at this point.
It's about doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's in reference to.
We see clips from Thunder of Scott Steiner taking out Sting, and yeah, this is going to be the last we see of Sting until the last Nitro.
So the last match we saw Sting in, or I guess you saw Sting in, wasn't a straitjacket match?
No, so this was not a straitjacket match. This was just a post-match angle kind of thing.
Oh.
Technically, the last match I saw of Sting was the Millennium final match.
Right, because the timeline was stupid.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
So I guess...
do we want to do a retrospective of Sting?
Well, technically, this isn't the last we see him. Do you think it makes more sense to do it here or at the very end?
I think let's do it here, because by the time we get to the very end, there's going to be so much other shit to be talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thoughts on Sting? What a loaded sentence that is.
Yeah, this is a bad era of Sting. They just having him go heel and not really having a full character for that.
Yeah.
The Brothers in Paint bullshit that went on for so long. I feel like he's been written out legitimately probably 5 different times since we started watching.
It's sad. Sting is one of those wrestlers, kind of, DDP has been saved for me, but I think Sting is one of those wrestlers that I haven't actually seen their good era, because we've watched this and we've watched TNA.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that either of those are his best. And I've seen like Surfer Sting in a couple of like retro matches, but like I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen Sting.
Yeah, so I would say Sting, there's 3 times to do it.
Yeah.
One is, like peak 80s Surfer Sting, maybe early 90s with Flair. Like that is a peak Sting. Character work wise, what we're kind of going to be skipping over on the Nitros over on the Patreon for the NWO run, that's like his biggest storyline.
Okay.
And then when he goes to TNA for the first time, like he is still very good over there.
Like 2002, 2003?
I think he started to like 04-ish,
okay.
but
not 2010.
No, yeah, I'm unclear on my my TNA timelines. It's not Joker Sting, and I'll come for anybody who says it is.
I've heard he's doing good work in AEW with like Darby Allin. I know that was a while ago.
Yeah, he's been retired for a little bit.
Yeah, I know that was a long time ago, but I've heard that was a good run for him too. But I don't know. I feel like I didn't really get my opportunity for Sting.
So I went back recently and I like kind of calculated like, oh, who has like the most MVPs that we've done? And man, Sting does not have many.
No, which is kind of surprising because of who he is.
Yeah, I think he never really got a chance to gather all that much momentum because he has a movie or he's a bit hurt. Like I forget if it was Halloween Havoc or World War III where he gets written off by facing Bret Hart because he was still Wolfpack Sting when we first joined with the red face paint.
Oh God, I forgot about the red face paint.
Yeah, and then he came back and then turned heel, and it just not a great run for Sting. They never really know how spooky they want to get with him.
Yeah, it always seems like a bridge between spooky Sting and like crazy Sting, and then just like defiant Sting.
Yeah, I feel like WWE also never knows how supernatural they want Sting to be.
And they really towed that line with Vampiro too. Where like the brothers in paint, like Vampiro is doing all this spooky shit, but he's also with Sting. So like, is it supernatural? Are we trying to make Sting the equivalent to like the Undertaker?
Yeah, I feel like that's always been a false equivalency. People are like, "Oh, it's the same thing." I'm like,
it's not the same thing because they didn't lean into it hard enough.
Well,
if they wanted it to be the same thing, they needed to commit.
It's like one's a vigilante who rappels down, and you see that. The other one, the gong goes off, and he's magically in the ring.
But the thing is, I don't feel like they even leaned into the vigilante all that much.
This is more 96, 97.
Okay, fair. No, and I've said this about Undertaker too. Like the biggest fault of Undertaker is the fact that he changed into the fucking Biker Taker. I know people love Biker Taker. They need to lean into the supernatural. If he's gonna be on a motorcycle, he needs to be Spooky Wizard on a motorcycle. Same with Sting.
You want him to be Ghost Rider?
I mean, yeah. But if they're gonna do something like that, if they're gonna make Sting a vigilante, if they're gonna like go with that storyline, they need to commit to that storyline to make Sting known as this person throughout his run. I feel like the magic got lost with Undertaker the same way that it kind of got muddied with Sting.
I feel like we're in a different conversation.
I know. All that said, I don't feel like Sting gave me what I wanted Sting to give.
That's fair. I don't know how much he was in a position to do that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anytime he was in there with somebody who could wrestle.
Sure.
And like tell an in-ring story, he could do that.
Sure.
He was just put in dog shit storylines one after another.
Yeah. I think Sting was just kind of like a carryover from the older school of wrestling that just never really phased out. They didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, they kind of used him for star power, and
even that faded after a while because they weren't using him consistently or well.
Yeah, because I think if I told you that Sting won the world title twice in our timeline, you'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, you're right.
One of them was literally only for a single episode of Nitro, but still.
See, that's exactly the problem, though.
Yeah, it was DDP came in, lost the title, and then won it back at the end of the night.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're not using him correctly.
And then he got stripped of the title the second time because that was the weird Halloween Havoc 99 thing where Hogan laid down and then Sting did the open challenge at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't for the title, but you pushed the referee, so we're stripping you of the title.
God.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm saying bad about Sting is not about Sting the performer. It is a mirror to WCW and what is wrong with WCW.
Yeah, it's very much usage. Although, if we are going to criticize something of him, Brother's not a good promo.
No.
It's like, I get it. You like Jim Carrey. That's kind of...
And that's why he kind of went into Joker Sting, isn't it? Because he has that persona.
Technically, Jim Carrey was the Riddler.
I know. Don't go Batman on me. I'm just saying that over-the-top persona. I'm not going to say he was like fucking Jared Leto. Come on.
He was trying to go a midpoint of Cesar Romero and Heath Ledger.
Yeah, there you go.
But he's going to get brought back for the final Nitro for a nice like nostalgia moment. And
I'm so curious what our feelings are going to be in that final Nitro. Are we going to see it as nostalgia, or are we going to be like, thank God this shit's over?
We'll see.
I think you and I will see it as nostalgia because we've been doing the podcast for, it'll be like 6-7 years at that point. Oh my God, I just did the 6-7 thing. Cut that.
Nope.
But I think for the sake of the show, it's going to be like, good. It needs to let it die.
But I think we can put a pin in our Sting conversation for now because we definitely will talk about him more at the end.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have a lot of people to talk about at the end. So,
but he's one who does not go to WWE for 14 years, yeah. So
I think that's good though. For his legacy, I think it's good he did not come over for the invasion because we established I hated DDP because of the invasion.
I mean, multiple guys came over post-invasion. It was just he saw the way everyone got used in the invasion, the way Booker got jobbed out, and it was like, Yeah, maybe I don't want to
be part of this. Yeah. I think that's better for his legacy that he didn't.
Let's go back to the show. Alex Wright is on the phone with Disco, and did you catch anything weird about this segment?
Not particularly. I mean, he went to... I mean, it was kind of funny that, like, Alex Wright went to Chronic and was like, oh, you know the gimmick, give me money. Like, I guess?
I know he can. I just found it interesting that he was just fully speaking English during this. Because they've, like, leaned into he speaks German.
But he's talking to Disco.
Yeah, I don't know.
Disco doesn't speak German. I think it would have been weirder if he
according
was on
to
the phone with Disco.
translation last week, he does.
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
But yeah, no, I just found it interesting. I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense that you're speaking English. It just felt weird.
Yeah, I guess. I really didn't think about it like that.
But he approaches Chronic, and he only has personal checks, so...
Why can't they take... Again, of the times. What's wrong with the personal check?
Because they want the cash now. And I think we have not given enough shit to a line that is said constantly, because...
And you know what that means.
The Thrillers do their SOL. Everyone on this fucking show, in like every level of the card, uses the phrase, tell your story walking.
Oh.
I've heard this like 40 times in the last couple episodes.
Huh. I've not clocked that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good line. Yeah. Fuck off, man. Keep walking. Tell your story to someone who cares.
Yeah, so Alex Wright gets shot down for help. And then the filthy animals just come in to bully Alex Wright.
Yeah, what the heck
and
is
I
this?
think they have snowballs. I swear Billy Kidman throws a snowball at Alex Wright.
Where are they for this show?
Augusta, Georgia.
Definitely not snow then.
I mean, late November?
I don't think it snows in Georgia.
I don't know, but yeah, they just like throw shit at him. Like, what the fuck, my guy?
This is just straight up bullying.
We then get Ric Flair coming out to the ring, and the first thing he says is, Tony, you were magnificent in London all night long. What?
And Mark Madden's like, did you sleep with Ric Flair? And then Shawty kind of sells that. Where he's like, oh, we weren't going to talk about this. Like, what the fuck's going on, guys?
Rick then calls like all the women here loose, but in like a compliment kind of way.
You know, Southern women or whatever. But he's from the South. Why is he shitting on this?
I don't think he was meant to be. I think he was meant to be like, all right, we're going to sleep with everybody. But we've joked about the Billy Gunn yips during the promo.
Oh, sure.
Ric Flair has a version of that in this promo.
Is it the woos?
It's the tiny little woo.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, you're doing it a lot here, bud. What's
it's
wrong?
It's like he's trying to hype himself up. And we said this in the last episode, I think, where we're like, there is just no heart in this man. I think it's literally just he's trying to hype himself up and be like, get into Ric Flair. Pretend to be Ric Flair. Come on. Wake up, Rick.
There's an Onion headline that's like, man who thought he had lost everything loses additional shred of hope he didn't know he had. That's Ric Flair here.
Yeah.
So Rick says he can't change the match Sanders made, but I can spice it up.
But he's the CEO. Why can't he change it? He's above the commissioner, I assume, in the hierarchy.
Also, isn't the cat commissioner now?
I don't know, man.
So Rick makes the main event a title match and says that if Lex Luger wins the title tonight, his match with Goldberg will be a title match on Sunday. This begs the question, wait, doesn't Goldberg have a storyline in which he can't challenge the title?
Until he hits a number of wins?
Yes. Ric Flair goes, I don't care about that.
Really, it was just, fuck that stupid Russo line. I don't need that anymore. He's dead to me.
Yeah, so I'm like, does that mean that's gone permanently or just for this instance?
Honestly, I don't think we'll know the answer to that until the Nitro after Mayhem.
I feel like they'll hype it up at Mayhem if his career's on the line or not.
Maybe.
So we'll have to wait till Mayhem to figure that out for real. But we get Jeff Jarrett coming out to interrupt Ric Flair.
I can't do this. I'm going to get mad.
And Jarrett threatens Flair, but Flair says Jarrett can't touch him because he's the CEO.
That doesn't make any sense. Again, give me the leadership chart here, because what the fuck does that mean?
Jeff Jarrett says he has an announcement, and it's about the father of Stacy's baby.
One, why are we still talking about this?
He knows who knocked up, quote, your future former daughter-in-law.
What?
I think it's meant to be former future daughter-in-law. But the order of that matters.
Future former. Oh my god.
And Jeff Jarrett says he is the father. And he gave Miss Hancock the guitar shot of love. Ew.
Did you hear where he knocked her up, though?
Hold on. It's more of a TNA thing, but you know how when Jarrett hits a guitar shot, like the powder comes out?
Stop, Nick. That's so fucking gross.
Technically, I didn't finish the thought, so that's you being gross.
So gross.
So David Flair comes out, and he's like, all right, I want to know where and when.
First of all, why do you want to know those details? Honestly, like, if you know that your ex-fiance cheated on you, why do you want the gory details?
It happened after the Great American Bash.
In Baltimore, baby!
At the Baltimore Marriott.
Let's go! We've had breakfast at that Marriott. Let's go. But he starts telling this whole story.
It's clearly just designed to rile David Flair
and
up.
And it works because it riles me up. So he tells this whole story about how he's in his hotel room and he gets a knock on the door and he looks through the peephole and Stacy is in front of his door in this cute little nightie. You know the nightie, David. And she's got a grocery bag filled with stuff. Just a full grocery bag. And so he comes in and he does like the whole, razzle dazzle on her and they bang. While the whole grocery bag is still sitting in the room.
Yes, and he notes the bag again, and David Flair goes, what was in the bag, Jeff?
Don't.
And Jeff was like, I thought you'd pick up on that detail. And
what was in the bag, Nick?
It was a load of crap, just like the rest of this story.
Why the fuck are we talking about this then? Why did it come up? Why are we having this conversation? Why? Let this fucking story die. Let it die. Be done with it.
He then guitars David. And you know who comes out to, avenge David? Former accused baby daddy, Buff Bagwell.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Bagwell attacks Jarrett. They brawl. And Buff punches Jarrett off the stage, but, it's not a big deal. It's not like a big bump or anything.
No.
Okay, so we're setting up a Jeff Jarrett versus Ric Flair feud still that I'm like, I don't think that shit's ever going to happen.
No. We need to drop this story. Stacy is no longer with the company.
No, she is.
I thought we dropped her.
No, she disappears for a while, or at least I kept thinking she does. I know she does come back.
Regardless, if you're not going to tell us the ending of this story, you need to poof it never happened because I can't keep having this. It's dead. This is a horse that we just keep on beating. It's not spitting out any coins anymore. Stop beating it. I can't do it anymore. Do
regular horses spit out coins?
I'm thinking of a video game where you just hit something until in Animal Crossing you hit the rock and it keeps giving you out coins and gold and then the rock breaks. Let the rock break. Let it die. Yeah. I don't care who knocked up Stacy Keibler anymore.
It clearly feels like they wrote this segment and then went, well, none of you are facing Jeff Jarrett on Sunday, so Buff just come in at the end. I don't know.
And this got me too. This got me. That's why I'm so mad. The grocery bag thing did get me. It was a good red herring because I was like, oh my God, Jeff Jarrett's the baby dad.
What did you think was going to be in the bag?
I don't know. I thought it was dildos. I don't fucking know.
Ugh. It was all Buff stuff.
Maybe. It was the last shred of David's dignity in the bag. I don't know. Or it would be he would bring out the grocery bag and there'd be a fucking guitar in it and he'd guitar David. I don't know.
It's like the fucking Hermione Granger purse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that wasn't much of anything.
Oh my God, it could have been a baby-sized guitar. That would have been hilarious. And then he just, boop, that would have been great.
Let's go backstage. Kevin Nash approaches Fit Finlay. Nash tells Finlay to tell the Thrillers that he's here and he's not alone. Who could it be?
Who can it be? I actually didn't know.
Pamela is with Team Canada. And Elix Skipper and Jim Duggan have a match with Kiwi and Meng. Except no, because Elix Skipper says he's Alex Wright's mystery partner. So Storm is subbing in for him for that match.
So this match just gets messier and messier through the night.
And Jim Duggan is just covering his mouth this whole promo. I don't really get why.
He's shocked, he's surprised.
He was doing it before they said anything, so I don't know.
He was going for something. So the guys eventually leave and Major Gunn stays and confronts Pamela Pumpkins. And she goes, Pam, don't blame Canada. Blame yourself. And then Major Gunn walks off and straight to camera, Pam goes, what a bitch.
She's watching too much Gene.
But clock this, because for every promo tonight, Pamela Pumpkins has a sign-off. She doesn't let any promo end with anybody except for her saying some little tag stinger at the end.
Gotta get my shit in, brother.
Seriously, it was very off-putting for Pamela.
Let's move on to our next match. It's Alex Wright and Elix Skipper versus The Perfect Event for the WCW Tag Team titles. And, crowd's on into this one.
No kidding.
Can you guess why?
Is it heel versus heel?
Yeah. It's heel team really no one likes versus a combination of heels that people don't like.
Yeah. But, I mean, they should root for Chuck and Sean because they're not anti-Americans.
Alex Wright is just foreign. He's not really anti-American.
Well, they call themselves the anti-American. It's just the two people who aren't American versus the two Americans. It should be cheap, easy there.
Alex Wright fights off a lengthy double team, but then eats a super kick and a double slingshot suplex. Stasiak hits a reverse neckbreaker and the two trade uppercuts. Palumbo and Skipper brawl on the outside as Alex Wright hits a missile dropkick on Stasiak. The Filthy Animals then come out, distract the ref, and Kidman hits a Kid Crusher on Alex Wright, giving the Thrillers the win and the titles.
Yay.
So in a match with 4 heels, the faces came out and did some very heel shit. Alex Wright didn't do anything on this show. They barely do anything with him in general.
No, not at all. He's just doing his job.
Yeah, you were fighting over a duck before.
Oh my god, not the fucking duck.
That said, it made sense for Alex Wright to lose the titles considering I think Disco's actually hurt, and so...
Yeah, Disco seems to be, like, for reals hurt.
I don't even know why he did the mystery partner, because, I guess minus a, clerical note for later, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But Skipper also was a weird choice for it,
I feel like they're trying to make Elix Skipper something that he's just not. That man is a cartoon character.
Yeah, but, he's not, an incompetent wrestler.
No.
So, heel Mike Sanders, picking a teammate for somebody who the Thrillers are facing, Elix Skipper was just the most random choice possible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I just think Elix Skipper doesn't really have a place on this card, period. It's weird that he's in Team Canada. His promo skills kind of suck. I just don't think that he as a person makes sense, period.
You know, actually would have made sense to put with Alex right here? Norman Smiley. This is a great, because have one face in this match.
True.
You know, he's a scaredy cat, so it makes sense
That's true.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah, Norman's not doing anything on the main show. I know he's been popping in on Thunder, right?
I didn't know on Thunder. He was in Germany.
Oh yeah, he was on Millennium Falcon. I can't call it anything else.
Let's move on to a paid announcement by Mancow.
Mancow.
So Jimmy Hart is doing his regular thing, and then he's attacked once by Mancow.
One time.
One single time. And Tony notes their match at Mayhem is going to happen.
Why did you pay for this?
What happened to the radio DJ from Augusta, Georgia they hyped up last episode?
I think I don't know that radio DJ existed, if I'm honest. I think that he made that up. I think that he was trying to antagonize somebody to be part of this show tonight, and no one took the bait.
Yeah. So yeah, Mancow versus Jimmy Hart. But
this was such a shitty little, selling tag, whatever. Why did we pay for this? Why do we spend money on this? That's what keeps getting me. It's this is a paid advertisement by Mancow. Why did you spend dollars on this? I know you didn't actually, but why would you lie and say that you did?
They take it out of his pay. Be if you read the graphic.
Give me money.
Then go backstage. It's Pamela with, I'm just going to call them Team Bad Hair Day.
Sure, yeah.
Until we get a name.
Yeah.
It's Meng, Kwee-Wee, and Paisley.
Yep.
Kwee-Wee does his bad Hulk thing. That's the Hulk, not Hulk Hogan. And says he's subbing out in this match for General Erection. Meng then just talks, which is always weird.
Yep.
And says he's going to kill Jim Duggan.
Jesus. I actually believe that one.
We have a great Tony Schiavone line later. Stay tuned.
I mean, Meng and Jim Duggan are old school enough that they probably do have history, or at least know each other's styles a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't like the Hulk thing out of Kwee-Wee. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense for me. I don't know. A lot less glitter tonight, though.
Yeah, he was told to tone it down.
Was he?
Mark Jindrak and Sanders chat without saying anything, but do their SOL bit.
You know what that means. This fucking laugh. I can't do that. The laugh is the worst part.
Elsewhere, Reno chats with the Perfect Event, and he goes into his locker room and is attacked by Big Vito, who references his sister,
Maria
Marie.
says hello.
Commentary then teases Nash's mystery buddy, but they're interrupted by Battle Dome.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
So I still don't fully understand. I've never seen an episode of Battle Dome. I don't want to see an episode of Battle Dome. I don't totally understand the point of the show. I don't want you to explain it to me. But Terry Crews seems a little more heated than the rest of them. And I don't think the rest of them really know what they're doing either. And I think Terry Crews was just told to be antagonistic.
I mean, would you believe it? The most professional one out of these guys goes on to have an actual career.
Yeah, and he has his breakout moment in White Chicks, and it's great, and we all love him for that.
He was in stuff before.
Probably, but for my demographic, for young women. The first time I ever saw Terry Crews was in White Chicks singing 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
Let's go backstage again.
Yeah, you didn't want a match, did you?
Pamela's with Alex Wright. He says he got robbed. Fair.
He did. He did.
He says WCW is scared of the Boogie Nights and they will take their own revenge. And they want a handicap match against the Filthy Animals in Mayhem.
Why do you want a handicap match?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess there's 3 or 4, depending on whether or not you're counting Tigress.
Yeah.
So,
but right now there's only one Boogie Night.
Yeah, I don't know. Something tells me that's going to be a swerve.
Yeah, probably.
We then get more Battle Dome arguing at ringside, which brings out Rick Steiner, who has their title belt.
This is a shiny-ass title belt.
Did you know when Rick said he stole the title?
No.
A few weeks ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the taping schedule is completely fucked.
Yeah, seems like it.
So Rick tells them to come get some, and T-Money.
Yeah, T-Money, get it right.
Hops the barricade, gets in the ring, and the Battle Dome guys beat down Steiner 4-on-1, and they're really coming off like heels here, so...
I think they're meant to be.
Agreed. But does that make you want to go watch Battle Dome?
Oh, big strong men fighting. That's why I like to watch wrestling. Maybe I'll go watch this other show. I don't know. I can't get into the mind of a producer in the 90s or in
I guess
2000.
it's you want to see Rick Steiner pop up over there and get his revenge.
Yeah, maybe.
So the Battle Dome guys take the title back and leave, and Mark Madden says he won't sell for these guys on or off camera. Great. Thanks, Mark.
Cool. Thanks for adding that.
In the Natural Born Thrillers office, Reno wants Vito tonight, and they do another annoying SOL bit.
Yeah, but before that, they're all trying to order pizza, and it's just, they're trying to be, like, cool guys and just, like, normal, and it just comes off really cringy and gross. I don't know why this group of guys ordering pizza gave me the ick so bad, but I was just like, stop. Shut the fuck up, first of all, and stop that.
General Erection then has a pep talk for the troops, and we go out to the ring. Kevin Nash comes out and teases Scott Hall.
Yeah, hard.
He's like, really survey time?
Oh my God.
He throws up the click hand, and he's like, all right, I got 13 months left of my contract, which tracks with when he comes into WWE.
Oh, okay. So it's like, yeah, you might have 13 months on your contract, but you don't have 13 months left in WCW.
His contract is with Turner, not with... Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, you don't have 13 months in this company left.
He has 13 months of paychecks left.
Hell yeah, brother.
He says he's going to have fun with his time left, and he drove from Atlanta with a good buddy of his, and he wants a tag title shot. So he calls out the Natural Born Thrillers. And they come out, and Mike Sanders shits on Nash for wanting to fly first class.
Even Tony Schiavone is like, what is he trying to accomplish here?
Also, like
what's happening?
Kevin Nash is around 7 feet.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, I'd want the leg room.
Absolutely.
I'm 6'4", I want the leg room.
I mean, if he has the money and he's paying for the seat, like, yeah, take first class. Who cares?
Admittedly, Kevin Nash is a character who said a few months ago, I have to turn face every now and again for all you to buy my merch.
I mean, yeah, he's not a good person.
Sanders gives Nash the title match and is like, I don't think you're a partner because you're not very popular in the back. And Nash's counter to that is, well, I make money.
Cool.
So you agree, no one likes you.
So you agree, you have no friends.
Yeah, but like the whole segment is about how he has a friend.
Right.
So Nash calls out Sanders as cheap heat, and Sanders says Nash is SOL.
And you know what that means?
And Nash's counter is, well, I can outdrink all of you.
He doesn't really have a good comeback for any of these. His comeback is just, I'm cool.
The Thrillers come down, beat down Nash, until very unceremoniously, DDP is suddenly in the ring. So
DDP is his buddy.
Yes, DDP takes out the Natural Born Thrillers, hits a diamond cutter to Jindrak, and DDP and Nash take the titles.
Cool. You're right, it was unceremonious is a great word for it.
DDP says they'll be the new champs, and Nash says that they'll see them at Mayhem. The crowd was happy to see DDP, but like this was a blatant bait and switch.
Oh, yeah.
I think the only reason why this didn't crash and burn is because DDP is just that likable and people want to root for him.
He's
like
popular.
Like if this had been like Crowbar or something, he would have been what the fuck? But
I would have loved that shit.
Yeah, I know. But
great.
If it was DDP, it was just poorly executed. I'm fine with DDP being the partner.
Yeah.
Because also 2 weeks ago, DDP basically came out and said, well, I want to finish up my contract by just having fun. So they're both in the same mode.
They've got the same motivation.
I think it's a good choice considering you're not bringing Scott Hall back.
Right.
But have the music hit. Like, what the fuck?
Seriously, yeah, we've just got this unceremonious re-entrance. This happened a couple weeks ago. I
Yeah,
think,
with DDP.
When he like officially returned to the roster. There was no announcement. There was no like, we got the like, oh, no, we did not get to know who's in the limo. And then it was just like, surprise, I'm here, bang. Like,
yeah,
what?
If anything, the Battle Dome stuff hurt that because they wanted to do stuff with him for that. Because hypothetically, if Nash just had a buddy and we didn't see DDP 2 weeks ago, and then the music hits to come save him, that's a great spot.
Oh, yeah.
But nope.
Fuck you and your great ideas.
They're not even great ideas. They're just
neutral
ideas. To good.
They're just ideas.
They're just better than what they're doing. Backstage, Pamela Paulshock is with Lex Luger, and she calls out his politicking. Lex then calls Goldberg stupid and then appeals to him to be like, if you help me win, our match is for the title. And I do like the logic of like...
Oh, yeah. The logic is sound.
Hey, I know you hate me, but...
What if we win?
Let's move into our next match. It is, we're short on matches in the show.
Yeah,
This is match number 3.
And we're getting closer to the end here.
And only one of them goes more than 5 minutes.
Jesus.
But it is Lance Storm and Jim Duggan versus General Erection and Meng. Lance Storm comes out, shits on the election stuff going on because there's still not an announced winner.
Right.
He calls for the anthem, but it's cut off by Meng's theme. Tony Schiavone with the line of the night.
This is Meng. He will eat you now.
What? Not a dubbed theme for Erection. It still continues to be weird when they decide to and not.
Yeah, it doesn't even faze me. You know the themes more than I do. I don't care.
Meng no-stells Storm and beats him down until Duggan hits a 2x4 shot. Duggan works Meng over until he tries to headbutt Meng, but because Meng is Samoan, it hurts Duggan.
But why would you try to headbutt Meng?
He will eat you.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna eat you.
You're very close to his mouth.
You're very close.
Meng gets a tongue and death grip on Storm, but Duggan breaks it up. Meng makes tag to Erection, who is hit with a flagpole. The other MAA members come down to even the odds with Skipper and Guns at ringside. Oh yeah, they're at ringside.
Yeah, they're here.
Erection rolls up Duggan for the flat win.
Yeah, this could have been a cool match, and this was garbage.
Like, they do not want wrestling on this show.
No, they do not.
Also, like, oh, it's momentum for Erection going into Mayhem. Like,
Is it?
You got the win. I guess Storm didn't beat you, but like you pinned Duggan again, which is the whole thing. That you can beat Duggan. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, that's not a hard thing to do. That's not a big win.
Backstage, Jeff Jarrett and Shane Douglas are just talking.
Just having a chat.
Mike Sanders then joins commentary, and he's like, I don't want to talk about the tag title match. I'm here for the next match.
Yeah, then why the fuck are you here?
Well, he's here for the next match.
He's on commentary. I don't want to talk.
About the one tag title match.
That's why you're here, though. Like, talk.
Well, he's here to observe the match he set up for Kiwi, because it's Kiwi versus Goldberg.
This poor man's going to die.
Why is Goldberg in this role? It was like my first note for this. I'm like, stop being the lackey for the heel authority figure.
No, I agree. But now that the streak doesn't matter, maybe, there's nothing else for him to be doing.
I do like commentary noting that Sanders is abusing his power by putting Kiwi in with Goldberg.
Yeah.
Kiwi attacks Goldberg getting in the ring, as was the style at the time.
Sure.
And Kiwi goes for a springboard move, and Goldberg spears him out of midair. Hits the jackhammer and gets the win.
That spear was wild.
Yeah, it was good.
That was such a good spear.
So, by my count, Goldberg is 20-0 if it still matters.
It doesn't.
Goldberg then goes over to Sanders and yells at Sanders like, I don't want to be in this fucking role. Stop doing this.
Good.
And Ric Flair then comes out with a mic and stops Goldberg from leaving.
Oh, I did have one note about Goldberg in Sanders' face. So, Goldberg's not mic'd. And he's just trying to use the headset that's on Sanders to yell at him, which, great storytelling. There's one person behind Sanders in the crowd that's just going, woo! Woo! Like, you're really undercutting the whole, like, the depth of this moment.
So yeah, Ric Flair is out here with a mic, and he stops Goldberg from leaving, and they go over to Sanders, and Flair books Goldberg versus Sanders for right now. Goldberg throws Sanders in the ring, hits a pump handle slam, a spear, which was meant to be spearing him out of his shoes, but you can just see him kind of kick him off after that.
Yeah, they tried to make it a thing. Yeah.
Then Goldberg hits a jackhammer for the win, and he's now 21-0.
If that matters.
I do like the turnabout being fair play, where it's like, all right, that was pretty shitty dead to Kiwi, so you have to do it too. I like Ric Flair actually, like, hey, I'm trying to make this fair, as opposed to just going, You gotta play by the rules there, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Woo!
Let's go backstage with Pamela again. She's with Booker, and Booker's unimpressed by Luger and tells Goldberg to stay out of his business.
I'm also just unimpressed by Booker. It feels like he's still trying to, like, workshop phrases. Like catchphrases. Like, he's not sticking to one. Like, save the drama for your mama. If you want some, come get some. He tried something else here. Booyah has died.
Yeah.
Like, he tried something else here. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'm like, you don't have to be a catchphrase machine, man. Just be a good wrestler. That's what you are.
We see a brief Cat and franchise story recap where Shane Douglas and Tori come out to the ring, and Tori takes the mic and has very basic heel insults of inbreds and we're in the South.
Meh.
Douglas doubles down on the redneck inbred jokes, and he shifts to the Cat and insults Miss Jones. So Douglas challenges the Cat to a match at Mayhem. He's like, oh, but the guy who's really full of like piss and vinegar right now is Buff Bagwell, and I'm going to beat him up.
Yeah, this promo went everywhere.
So yeah, it brings out Buff for our next match, Shane Douglas versus Buff Bagwell.
I feel like this should have been the Cat coming out to defend Miss Jones' honor.
Well, they're saving that for pay-per-view.
I guess. So did they establish that it's going to be a mixed tag? Because it's going to be a mixed tag.
Is it? Okay, I got the vibes of me one-on-one.
Okay, maybe it is going to be like officially a one-on-one, but both of those women are going to get involved.
Yeah. Douglas immediately works over Buff to little resistance.
Yeah.
Buff hits a crossbody arm drag and a swinging neck breaker. Buff then just stops running right in front of Shane Douglas so Douglas can pick him up for a Samoan drop. Like, they did not have the like momentum and angle. It's like, let me just stop.
They also just didn't really have the flow of the match. It was just like move. if that was even as many moves as happened in the match.
There were some moves because at one point Shane Douglas asked Tori, do you want me to break his neck? I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, and then he hits a pile driver. Douglas keeps working over the neck of Bagwell, hits a scoop slam, and Shane Douglas also keeps trying to get the crowd to like cheer for Buff, and it's not working. No. Buff powers up into an electric chair drop. He starts to come back, but Douglas hits a Pittsburgh plunge, but Buff manages to kick out. Buff hits a Vader bomb in the corner, starts another comeback, and then Buff gets distracted by Tori, and then he ducks way too early. They're doing the spot of, oh, I know he's coming, duck. Douglas hits Tori. Mm-hmm. He ducks before like Shane Douglas has started running. Jesus. Douglas crashes into Tori. Buff then hits a double arm DDT and wants a blockbuster, but Jeff Jarrett runs out and tries to stop Buff, but the Cat runs out and stops Jarrett from stopping Buff. Buff hits a blockbuster on Shane Douglas and wins.
It's so confusing. There's just too much happening.
The Cat then grabs a mic and trash talks Shane Douglas. Miss Jones has a briefcase in the back of the shot.
Oh my God, stop with this shit.
So the Cat wants to fight Douglas right now. I'm like, Douglas just had a match. That kind of healed shit for you.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. But Douglas is also being a dick, so like, yeah.
But the Cat's like, oh, I'd want to dance, but I don't have my red shoes.
And then, as if out of nowhere, Miss Jones gestures to the corner where the briefcase is. Atop that briefcase now is the red dancing shoes. I saw nobody go over there and undo this briefcase. They literally just appeared as if by magic.
So yeah, so the Cat goes to put the shoes on. It takes him a second. So Miss Jones starts dancing in the middle of the ring.
Oh my God, it's so cringy.
This might also be a victim of the dub of, I don't know what the beat is for the regular song. I know it's very similar, but I'm like, she is not dancing to the song that's on, and it's showing.
I don't think it matters what song is playing. The dance that she is doing, it transcends rhythm. It does not make any sense. It's bad and cringy. I did
get a kick out of the Cat like pushing her out of the way.
Yeah, she's like, stop taking my gimmick. Stop dancing. It's my thing.
And then Cuck Bagwell just watches from the turnbuckle.
Oh my God. It was so bad.
It was probably bad with the original music. This music didn't help. And yeah, Buff's just sitting there in the corner. Every ring has the Cuck turnbuckle.
Seriously.
And this is the only match today to go over 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Of all the matches.
I mean, it wasn't a poorly worked match.
I guess not, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, I just don't really care about either of these guys. Never forget, Tori getting with Shane Douglas was the product of these two having a feud originally.
Of Buff
and Shane Douglas.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Bash the Beach.
I thought it was a Filthy Animals thing.
No, she just left Kidman.
I thought she turned on the Filthy Animals to go with the franchise.
Those were two unrelated incidents.
What?
She joins the franchise, and then Shane Douglas and Kidman start feuding.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Next up, we get 10-time Nick MVP and 0-time Emily MVP, Scott Steiner, coming out to the ring.
I don't think that's changing tonight. That said, I don't have an MVP slotted in, but I don't think that this deserves it.
I know. We referenced a while ago that I had given to him 3 times, and that was a record. It's now been 10 times. Emily.
That's crazy. Well, now it's like a point of pride that I don't give him the MVP.
But yeah, Scott Steiner comes out to the ring with a box of tissues and grabs a mic, and he starts fake crying over Sting. And he says he would apologize if he was sorry, but he warned him. Steiner then blames the fans for what happened to Sting and threatens to hurt him again when he comes back. Steiner then shifts to Ric Flair and is rightfully pissed about tonight's stipulation, because if Lex Luger wins, Steiner doesn't get a title shot.
Yeah.
Steiner then talks about beating Goldberg, threatens Ric Flair, and then tells Booker T, Vini Veni Vucci. It's not quite right, but...
Not quite. Not quite.
And honestly, if I do it as the Vini Veni Vucci...
No, I think you're putting too much stank on it. I think he realized that he didn't know how to pronounce it like halfway through it, and he kind of sped through it. And after he said Vucci, he kind of like stopped and was like, yeah, that wasn't it. Because nobody really reacted.
He was thinking about all of his hoochies.
Maybe.
But Steiner says that neither Booker nor the fans know what that means. I'm like, brother, no one knows what that means, by the way you said it.
You said gibberish.
And at Mayhem, he's going to give Booker the worst defeat of his career.
Like, when he says Veni Vidi Vici, all that means is I came, I saw, I conquered.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's what Steiner's goal is.
I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's what he was trying to say.
He's going to show up, kick ass, and leave.
I feel like he's trying to go with more of like the wreck everyone and leave sort of vibe, like very Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But like Veni Vidi Vici is a little bit more, I don't know, noble? I don't know.
I also did like the fact that
intelligent.
When he slips up and almost says fall brawl, that's not even the last pay-per-view. Halloween Havoc happened in between.
Even these guys are phoning it in. They're like, where the fuck was I last week? I don't know. Fall brawl? It's fall. Sure.
Steiner says things will be worse for Booker than a Halloween Havoc, and he seems to be rambling more than usual. And like, keeps looking at somebody, like some producer, like off camera, to be like, am I good?
After the Veni Vidi Vici of it all, I think he lost the confidence. Like, I really don't think that he intended to continue talking here. Like you said, he wanted somebody to cut him off. But like, you can kind of just see the confidence leaving his eyes. Like, oh, get me off this stage. I want out. Get me out of here.
Yeah, Steiner closed out by saying he'll be the next world champion. Like, not one of your bigger lines you close with.
No.
But that brings us to our main event. It is Lex Luger versus Booker T for the WCW title. And Scott Steiner's on commentary and just brushes off the anger management storyline they were half setting up.
Yeah, so he was put in anger management classes, right? That was the whole
and he's
thing?
like, I beat up the guy, and I'm good now.
And so now I'm not in anger management.
Yeah. Booker tries to chain wrestle, but Lex gets the ropes. Booker hits a sidekick, and Luger begs off. Luger pulls Booker out of the ring and throws him into the barricade, and then back in the ring, Lex clubs the back and manages to hit a back suplex. Lex hits a lazy power slam to keep working over the back. Booker gets his foot up in the corner, and then just hits an odd, like, discus kick. I've only seen that in the 2K games. I think it's somebody's move, but I was like, I don't know that. I don't even know if he was going for that. It was like, oh, well, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
Booker hits a scissor kick on a second attempt and then gets up with a spinneroonie. Goldberg comes out and he and Scott Steiner brawl. And I mentioned it very earlier in the episode. When they're brawling, they are showing an angle that they are clearly not meant to, because you can see the crowd and how there's nobody on that side.
I meant to go back and look at this.
Yeah, it's cameraman on the ramp aiming to the left towards the hard cam. And it's like, oh no.
I mean, even in WWE shows, that is the last place that they sell. So like, it's not out of the realm of norm that is emptier. Security
restrains Steiner and Lex sneaks in the ring with a chair. At one point, Goldberg gets his eye poked here, which they treat as relevant. It's really not. Yeah. Goldberg gets in the ring and then like waves for Booker to move so he can spear Lex, giving Booker the win. And Booker doesn't appreciate the help, and commentary's like, Booker thought he was going to hit him. I'm like, he clearly waved him out of the way.
Yeah, what?
So Booker and Steiner are separated to end the show. And yeah, that's the main event. It went about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it did not feel like a main event.
Lex does not fucking have it anymore.
God, no. He hasn't had it since he was with Miss Elizabeth.
You could argue he's never had it, but...
That is an argument to make, although he did have a whole bus trip across the U.S.
Yeah, you know what he didn't do then?
Wrestle.
Wrestle.
There was something there with Lex when he was getting the like tearaway clothes ripped off while he was posing. There was something there.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
And admittedly, in 97, he is going to get stupid over. And I wonder if we're going to go with it or be going like, why?
I feel like it's going to be that. I feel like it'll be the latter.
But yeah, like as a match, like it's 3.5 minutes. It's an angle. Like
it's nothing.
Everything here today was just an angle to set up the pay-per-view.
I don't feel like we talked about a wrestling show just now. Like we just watched a show.
Yeah, like this was a strange filler episode.
Yeah.
Because of the 12 matches at Mayhem, 11 of them got a mention of some sort on this show.
Okay.
So, you know, in terms of like trying to advance your angles, they did make an attempt.
Yeah.
However, when Mayhem's a 12-match show and you have 2 hours of television, which really adds up to an hour and a half, you have an average of 7.5 minutes to give to each angle.
Yeah.
Which sounds somewhat fine, but then
It
you
does.
double
That sounds
down.
manageable.
You double down on things numerous times, and then you have like the Jeff Jarrett shit, which isn't for anything.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes actually sounds really manageable. That would be if they're using their time wisely.
And that's also including entrances and post-match, yeah.
Right. So, like, even if you're being, you know, optimistic, give it, like, 5 minutes an angle. And that still is not bad.
But then, there's the backstage interview before the match, and we got to do that, yeah.
But that could be part of, like, pushing the angle. If each mention doesn't need to be the 5 minutes. Like, it could just be passing, like, I'll see you with Mayhem. Like, that's it. We didn't need the fucking Jimmy Hart man cow shit either.
Well,
I know that's one of the matches, but that was dumb.
Yeah, well, that one's included in this list. At Mayhem, 9 of the 12 matches are 2 stars or less.
Incredible.
I don't think anything's negative, so there is that.
The bar is still so low.
Any final thoughts on this show before we get into the end here?
I don't want to watch Mayhem. If I was watching in the year 2000, if I was sitting on my couch on November 20th, 2000, and I was like, all right, am I buying Mayhem tonight after this show? I would not.
Well,
why would I?
Because Mayhem is our anniversary episode.
And it's happening on my birthday in this timeline, not in for real life. But yeah, our anniversary of the podcast is coming up. It's every year around Halloween.
It's on Halloween.
On Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, this will be the end of year number 5.
Woof. Doesn't that like kind of make you have a little bit of existential dread? We started this as a pandemic project, which means it's been 5 years since the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
That's insane. Thanks for listening to us for 5 years. We'll talk about it more in the actual...
Yes.
In the actual Mayhem, but hey, 5 years.
Well, the only thing left to do before we get to that episode then is for this show, announce our best bit, worst bit, and MVP. Emily, what did you come up with for your best bit?
Oh my god, it's Slim Pickens, brother.
I think there's 2 options.
There's one option in my mind.
Okay.
It is the Kiwi Spear.
Okay.
I call him Kiwi. The Kiwi spear that Goldberg bestowed upon Kiwi. It was a very good spear. Usually Goldberg spears are hit and miss. They're very 50-50 on whether or not they look powerful. This was a fucking spear, and it looked really good. Kiwi sold it really well.
I'm giving mine to the entirety of the Goldberg matches of like, I liked the story it told. And yeah, that spear is part of that, so I get that in there too. I'd say honorable mention to the Yang and JB Noble match.
Of the matches that we got, that's probably the best match.
Yeah.
Again, the bar is so low.
Emily, what is your worst bit?
So I have 2, and I can't decide.
Oh, no.
The original one I wrote down was the Jeff Jarrett, I knocked up Stacy Keibler storyline, because that just made me viscerally angry. And I think I need to stick with that one. But my honorable mention was the Cat Mrs. Jones shoes out of nowhere moment. Because that was just so cringy. I was just like, that was a moment, and it doesn't happen often, but that was a moment where I was embarrassed to be watching the show. If someone came behind me and saw me watching this, I don't know how to explain that.
No, I'm watching porn. Oh,
literally. Jeff Jarrett and Stacy Keibler, that storyline.
I'm going to go different. I'm going with a match. I'm going with the tag title match of Alex Wright, Alex Skipper versus The Perfect Event.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was bad.
It was a means to an end, and even then, you got way too sloppy with it.
Yeah.
And then, Emily, the slimmest of pickings, who is your MVP?
I don't have anyone written down, but based on what you just said, I think I'm giving it to Goldberg.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll give it just mostly for that moment where he's in Sanders' face of like, fuck you, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to fight you.
I am going to go very out of left field.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving it to Terry Crews.
Nick.
He he is the only one of the Battle Gnome ones who has any energy and is why those segments were not worse bit. If he was as lackadaisical as all the other guys, that would have been a nothing fucking segment.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll give you the T money. Terry Crews is the best part of that shit angle, and you won't convince me otherwise.
God, that's the state of where we're at.
Yeah.
Like, we're fighting over MVP because one guy was the best of the worst angle. Like,
honestly,
God.
my backup was DDP for not being the flattest reveal it could be.
Oh my God.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bust Seats podcast.
Jesus Christ.
You want to smile upon happier times, you can do so with our back catalog.
It's not that much happier. If you actually want to feel some joy, go and follow us on Patreon. $5 a month gets you a little bit more levity and a lot more fun shows. We've done a bunch of like reality shows. We did Legends House. Right now we're working on the old NWO, like their original reveal run. So like 96. That's a pretty good time.
But if you want to hear Emily hate her life over the Patreon, there are book reports.
There are book reports. See how I didn't pitch those. And if you want to follow us on social media, we do have our socials, all of its butts in the pods everywhere. We don't update it as often, but if you do reach out to us, we do respond.
Emily, any final thoughts before we go to Mayhem?
Let's just get this shit over with. Let's just watch Mayhem today and just be done with it. What do you think?
Something tells me that's going to be one that gets watched in a couple different sittings.
Oh, yeah.
So watch along at your own peril.
Seriously.
But until we get to our 5-year anniversary, I'm Nick.
I'm Emily.
And thanks for listening to the Butts and Seats podcast.
Woo! Bye.